Hi, my name is Sade Moore. I'm currently living in Los Angeles, and this is my audition for Sisterhood, or Sisterhood in America. And speaking of America, one of the most concerning issues plaguing Black women today is the healthcare system. And yes, I mean the system, because it all comes down to the systems in place that make it possible for things like we as Black women, we have the highest mortality rate in the U.S. in hospitals. And we are more than 3 times likely to die while giving birth in hospitals. Let me say that again. We are more than 3 times likely to die while giving birth. Something so joyous and amazing as bringing life into this world, we as Black women have to still fear for our lives. A place where it's supposed to be safe, where doctors and nurses swear and take oaths to save everybody, to keep everybody alive. But we as Black women are still getting the burden of being injured, becoming disabled, and dying because due to incompetence, due to racial bias, due to stereotypes. This is so serious. And it affects everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity. It doesn't matter if you're an average Joanne on the street. It doesn't matter if you're middle class, lawyer person who has all the money in the world. It affects everybody. Most recently, Olympic sprinter champion Tori Bowie died. And it sent shocks all throughout the world, not because it was shocking that she died from childbirth, but it's just so crazy to wrap your brain around that it's still happening in 2023 and there has not been any solutions. In fact, there have even been talks about maybe doctors and nurses need to be wearing body cams because it's that serious. I mean, like I just said, we are more than 3 times likely. And it's not even just giving birth. It's other things that we as Black women need to go to doctors for. It can be just, getting your daily checkups at the gyno. It can be getting you telling your doctor about something that's happening with your body. We are being dismissed. And due to those dismissals, there are consequences. And like I said, we are facing the consequences. So this is very, very, very important. A very, very important topic. But again, one of many. I have other topics that I think that should be addressed because like I said, just like our mortality rate, it all comes down to the systems. Well, it all comes down to a lot of systems for other issues that we have as well. Like misogyny and the patriarchy that literally runs our society. It is not for us as Black women, especially. Because us as women and us as Black women, we already are looked down upon for just being Black for the color of our skin. And we are also looked down upon because we are women. And that takes such a toll, physical, mental, and we could literally speak for hours on that. And that even goes into the intersectionality within feminism. Because yes, sisterhood is so important. And I'm speaking of sisterhood, meaning it could be women of all races. But at the end of the day, us as Black women, we still need to stick together because, like I said, there's still an intersectionality. Although women can still be feminists and still be of many different races that are not Black, they can still be feminists, they can still be racist, or they can still not be anti-racist with us as Black women and still oppress us and still keep us down and keep us, in the cycle that we're still in 2023. Which is why my last topic that I think needs to be addressed is especially the mental health aspect that us as Black women, we need to dive more into because we need to have a healthy mental health. There's so many people that rely on us. So many things are on our back, and that in itself is a discussion to have. But we, just as individuals, forget us being Black women. We as individuals, we need to care for our mental health. That is what is keeping us going. That is what is keeping us at the end of the day. We need to have that woosah. We need to hopefully have therapy if we can afford it, if it's possible. We need to be able to journal. We need to just have those things that we can go do to let off some steam and to keep our mental right. And that is so important to me. Once I started diving into my own mental health, I've noticed that I've had so many improvements and just noticed so many other things about myself and just how I just move in the world. So that is definitely something that I think that we as Black women, we need to keep talking about, because if we don't keep talking about it, there may be some other Black women and Black little girls that may not even get that opportunity to even have it be brought up or even dive in and keep on flourishing with their own questions that they have. That, like I said, therapy is a luxury. It is a luxury. I can't even afford therapy right now. So it's that real. Okay? And shout out to Black Girls in Therapy, or I believe it's Therapy for Black Girls. It's one or the other on Instagram. I follow that Instagram account, and I feel like that is my little piece of therapy that I have. They give a lot of good recommendations for things to do to keep your mental right. They give good reminders and checkups, like little prompts, like write down something that makes you happy. Write down something that triggered you. Even actually it breaks you out of your shell and makes you dive. So it is in a way like a little bit of a therapy. And another Instagram account that I love, that I think brings out Black women joy, and just joy for all Black people in just general, but the Black Market Flea. I've been to it myself. It is amazing. It is such a vibe. It is so cool, and just great positive energy for all Black people to just come together and be together as in a community, which is very important and very needed, especially after our COVID years that we have, our pandemic years. And Black women joy, it is so important. I know a lot of people, they see Black boy joy or just things in regarding to Black man joy, because that is important as well. But I want to see more things centered around Black women joy. One of my favorite things for social media is seeing success or just happiness that Black women are enjoying. It could just be a woman, she takes a picture of herself enjoying the rain. I don't care. I'm happy for her, and that makes me happy. And another thing is Black Market Flea is owned and ran by Black women. So I got to support, okay? And another business that is owned by a Black woman that is making waves is the Black-owned Food LA. I am a foodie myself. I have spoken to Miss Tiffany as well. She is a sweetheart. She is so dope. And I love that she has created content and just is uplifting other Black people in the community in Los Angeles and putting a spotlight to places that probably wouldn't get a lot of recognition, that people wouldn't even bat an eye. And she herself is into philanthropy and just helping out others, other than just her making content and spreading the word. She recently has helped a young man get a digital menu, has set up a GoFundMe to help fund some of the costs for his business that he has, that he was kind of in the red in. So I love Black women. I love being a Black woman. And I love that I can use a platform to give shout outs to other Black women that are killing it in the game, and also pass the mic and also bring awareness with having the mic in my hand of issues that we are going through, because I'm thinking about it. I like talking about it, and I like being able to start a dialogue and keep a dialogue going, because I'm the type of person that I want to see change. And change is going to happen in some way, shape, or form with me. And I want to be able to help inspire other Black women and even Black girls to do the same thing as me, because as long as we keep on fighting the good fight, we can never lose.